Alright, hello everyone. So I'm going to show you some more elementary things that I've done. Now I have, I guess I'm just going to do this lesson by lesson. So first, I just choose a random lesson. So I've got out of the Hi Friends 1, so this is for grade 5, the I Study Japanese. I can tell you guys a little bit about what I do here. So basically, first thing I would do is I would, I guess, review the new vocabulary with the students. So with this book, with the CD program, you actually get printable flashcards, and they're basically like these photos, but bigger, which makes it so much easier. So it's the same photograph as they use in the textbook, which means it's a lot easier to study for the students, right? So anyways, okay, so for I Study Japanese, the first thing we do is we just memorize the words. So this might take an entire class. You can do word memorization games like keyword game or missing game, where you have all of them on the board. You get students to close their eyes, and then you take away some, and then you get them to open their eyes, and they have to guess which ones are missing. And the keyword game, actually they have it illustrated here. So you have an eraser between two students, and you basically say a bunch of these, and when they hear the keyword, they grab it. So usually how I do the keyword game is I get them to repeat me. So I'll be like, okay, the keyword is math, math. And I get students to repeat math, and then I go, okay, let's start. So I'd say science, science. PE, PE, math, math, and as soon as they hear math, they grab the eraser, and the first one who grabs it wins. So that's the keyword game. There's a whole bunch of different activities that you can find for word memorization and stuff on Inglopedia.net. That's where I go for basically everything. Again, Inglopedia.net. I'll share it in the comment section of the video. But anyways, okay, so say the kids kind of pretty much understand what's going on here. The next thing I do is okay, so the kids understand the vocab. Oh yeah, the next thing that you would do on the next page, which is like the next hour or the next lesson, is we memorize the days of the week. Now usually schools will teach their kids days of the week early on, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 or whatever. So usually the kids know the days of the week, so it's a lot easier to move on. And so okay, once these are memorized, this is the game that I wanted to share with you guys. I found this on Inglopedia.net, which is like a super lifesaver. So if you ever need to make lessons and you're a little bit like you don't really have any ideas, go to that place and you will find a plethora of incredible lessons. So this one is a tic-tac-toe, I guess like that involves days of the week and subjects. So what you get the kids to do is they have to say, on Monday, I study math. Or you can be like, I study math on Monday. And then they basically put like an X or an O there, and then say the next kid would be like, oh yeah, well I study science on Tuesday. And so they put their mark, X or O. And that's basically how they play the tic-tac-toe game here. And then there's 3 of them here. You can get this printout on Inglopedia.net. And yeah, so it's worked pretty well in the classes that I've used it in. The funny thing is the kids don't really get tic-tac-toe until I call it bingo. And so I say, okay, so bingo, bingo, sideway bingo, bingo is okay. And so yeah, they get it after that. So anyways, okay, so we play tic-tac-toe, and then of course with the book there's like a song that you can do. I've done this one, which is make your own schedule. So the CD program has subjects that Sakura takes and Taku, those are the two students that you're supposed to listen to from the CD program. They're like these characters. So you listen to Sakura's schedule, and she'll say, I study math, English, Japanese, PE, science, social studies. And then the kids have to like listen a few times and write them down. And they actually say them really fast in the CD, which I was like a little bit surprised. So we let the kids listen to it a few times, and then we said, okay, write them down. And then we were like, okay, what's in what's number one? And then, so kids can raise their hand and answer, and then we'd fill it all in, and then we'd play it one more time so that they can listen and read. And then we do the same with Taku, and then here you write your own dream schedule, so you get the students to write whatever schedule they want. We chose to not repeat the same subject because some students would be like, PE, 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 PE. So, and then here, they had to go around the class and ask their friends or ask classmates, what do you study? So then the classmates would say, oh, I study, and then they'd read off their thing, but they wouldn't show it, so then students had to like use their listening skills and then write down what their friends study. So I thought that was a pretty neat thing. So that's what's nice about these I guess you can call them like textbooks, is that they've actually got activities in here that you can use in your class as well. Like, it doesn't have to be purely made up things that you find from the internet or whatever. So anyways, this is how I have taught this class. It's kind of interesting because here in the top corner you'll see Lesson 8, 1, 2. So that means Hour 1, Hour 2, and then you turn the page and it's like Lesson 8, 3, 4. So it's Hour 3, Hour 4, Class 3, Class 4, Class 3, I think. Anyways, so I guess it's up to the discretion of the teacher how they feel where the students are. So anyways, okay, so that's how I study Japanese. And what's neat about this is you can actually bring some culture into, so you can tell the students about the class schedules that would be at your home country school. So in Canada, we have a recess where you have snack time, so you can eat. And in Japan, they have recess, but they don't have, like, they're not allowed to eat during that time. They can drink water. And during PE, in Canada, we have a dance unit. But in Japan, I don't believe they have a dance unit. So little things like that you can integrate in here and talk to your students about, which is really neat. So anyways, that's I Study Japanese from Hi Friends 1. And so yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!